What's up, guys? Welcome back to 25 High. Sorry for the wind. I'm hoping I put some little dead cat things on there. I'm hoping that helps. But we got an important, very crucial package in the mail today. Here's a little sneak peek. We got that Evolution Gunworks Picatinny rail in. I've got a red dot. I got my toolkit. I got the old cheap Savage Stevens whatever 320, and I got some XRs, Longbeard XRs, because they hit pretty dang close to where the TSSs were hitting. And we're gonna try to install the red dot, sight it in today, and just to have a little fun. I want to check it to see if it's still, if I sight it into the Longbeard XRs, is it going to be pretty dang close or hopefully perfect with the XRs? I mean TSS. If I sight it in with the XRs, will it be good with the TSS, is what I'm trying to say. So I decided to make it a little more interesting. We're going to compare the TSS number 9s to the TSS number 8s. So I've already shot the number 9s. I know what the pellet count is. I know that they hit pretty close to where the 9s hit. I'm hoping the 8s will hit pretty close. And I'm honestly, as crazy as it sounds, hoping that pattern is going to be just a tiny bit more open. I want it to be just as even, just as consistent, and all that, but I wouldn't mind it if it was a little more open, because I have a tendency to get real excited when a turkey comes in, and I want to be able to, if I jerk the trigger just a little bit, if that turkey moves his head a little bit, I want to still be able to hit him. I don't want to wound a turkey. I don't want to miss one. Definitely don't want to miss one. Definitely don't want to wound one. But anyway, all that being said, we're running out of daylight. There's a tormator coming in. We got to get this thing set up and get it right. Y'all stay tuned. Alright, so this one is nice because it has, make sure if you get one of these, it's the newer model, because this one has a drilled and tapped receiver. I'm sure I could have found like a Some Toy or EG, I don't know. I could have probably found a mount that would have, been a direct, like, low profile red dot mount, but I would have had to spend more on the dot. This dot right here costs like 50 bucks just about anywhere, or at least at Bobby's Guns and Ammo and Bruton it does. I did have to order that. It was like 20 bucks. So all in all, our total is still under $300 for all of this. And I think that's pretty crazy for a shotgun that'll put almost 300 pellets in a 10-inch circle at 40 yards. But anyway, we got to pop these little filler screws out, and then put that on there, and then put that on there, Alright, got that base anchored down. I might need to put some super glue or something on there, but I got it down to the manufacturer recommended torque specs of somewhere between 18 and it feels about right, inch-pounds of torque. So next up is just the dot. Alright, we got that red dot on. One thing I like about this dot, this Crimson Trace, it's cheap, but it works. It comes with this little riser, so like if you were putting on an AR or something, this riser is great to get that cheek weld a little higher. But on a shotgun, I like it to be as low as possible. And I just noticed the first little flaw with this dot. This is as bright as it gets. I know I just showed you guys, but that's not all that great. Like, it works. It'll definitely be visible most of the time. Like, in most hunting scenarios, that is perfectly fine. It actually looks way brighter in person than it does on camera, but it's not quite what I expected after seeing it in the store a whole bunch, but I think it'll be fine. I mean, like I say, it doesn't seem like it's like insanely dim. It just is not as bright as I expect. That's full brightness. That's the only thing. But I gotta go get hearing protection real quick. I'm gonna send a couple rounds, see about where it hits. Alright folks, depending on how this goes. Well, I don't know what I was gonna say, but let's just shoot it and see what happens. Alright, that ain't too bad. I was aiming just in general right about here. At first I thought I had completely missed or something had gone wrong, but everything down here looks good. That pattern's actually not bad on that shot. It's just not as consistent as I would like. But that's those Longbeard XRs. So I'm gonna adjust it down to where I think it should be. And then we'll probably shoot one more XR, see it, make sure it's centered, and then switch over to the TSS after that. Alright, let's see if that changed anything. Alright, it seems like the center of my pattern is just a little bit farther right, but pretty much even. I was aiming right here, and this is the center of my pattern right about here, so that. Alright, one last step. We got the same exact load I shot the other day, except it's a number 8. So I really don't want to waste this, because these are not cheap at all. I hope it hits pretty close to where those Longbeard XRs were hitting, the lead shot. So if not, then I guess I'm out just like a lot of dollars. But we'll do a comparison of the pellet count in the 10-inch circle thing, just like we did with the XRs versus the lead versus the TSS. We'll do the 9s versus the 8s as well. Them sons of guns kick way harder than that Longbeard XR. I'm talking way harder. God dang, if that ain't tighter than the number 9s. I was aiming somewhere right around in here, just the darkest spot I saw in this label, so that's just about perfect, but by God. There are some gaps in this. I don't know if that pattern or that choke isn't even too tight for this shot size, and it's getting a little bit of crowding. I think the 9s were a little bit more even. I'll probably stick with those and use these and the XRs as backups. But I'm gonna do a circle. I'm gonna use probably about right there as the center line, center mark somewhere. Right in here is a center mark. I'll do a count and update you guys, and we'll get a comparison between the 8s and the number 9s. Alrighty. I know this is probably gonna be upside down for you guys. I counted 237 hits with the number 8s, and in my own professional super scientific opinion, it seems like the overall spread is smaller somehow than the number 9s. There's also some very slight gaps in the pattern. This is me being extremely nitpicky, just because this stuff is so expensive, and I don't know. I feel like it's only fair if I do get really nitpicky. There's no way on earth that will not kill a turkey if you hit him if you have good aim, if you hit him in the head. Even if you miss the head a little bit, that'll probably still do the job. But that's a little too tight for my liking, and there are some very, very slight gaps in the pattern. Again, that's me being extremely nitpicky, and the only reason I'm even doing this, I would be absolutely thrilled with that pattern if I didn't have the number 9 pattern right here. And you can see this is much more even, much more even, and because you get just a couple more pellets, it seems like the overall spread of the pattern is just a tiny bit larger. So I think I'm going to stick with the 9s, but that's me saying that. There's no chance that the 8s won't do the job just as good all day, every day. It's just me being super nitpicky because I just am that way. I want things to be perfect. If it ain't going to be perfect, it ain't good enough. Most of the time. There's some things I slack on, but this is one thing where I have the opportunity to be perfect. This is a good thing. I went so cheap on the gun, so budget on the gun, that I could splurge just a little bit more than normal on the shells. If I would have spent $1,200 on a Franchi Affinity Elite Turkey Super Pro whatever, and bought a $100 Indian Creek and bought a Trijicon RMR, you know, I'm $2,000 into the gun. I can't afford to go buy $100, $200 worth of TSS to do testing. With this gun, I'm like 275 into it before the shells. I mean, that's part of the fun of a budget gun. But I think we're going to stick with the number 9s. The TSSs are certainly solid backup. I mean, we're going to stick with the number 9 TSS. The XRs are certainly solid backups. The 8s will work all day, every day. I don't think I'll have to buy any more turkey shells this year. And that's it for today, but it's starting to get exciting. Tomorrow, as I'm filming this, tomorrow is opening day of Florida turkey season. So, North Zone. So that means that the next video you see of that gun will either be us turkey hunting with it, or it'll be me spray painting it. I don't know which gun I'm going to take tomorrow, but I'm leaning towards that 20 gauge. I love that little gun. But anyway, y'all stay tuned. There's going to be more in this series. We've got more stuff to do to that gun. Alright folks, well, this video wasn't super exciting, so I figured why not add just a little bit of bonus turkey footage to the end of it. Y'all enjoy. Alrighty folks, it's been an interesting morning already. Welcome back to 25 High. It is 3 a.m. and I've already been awake for 2 hours, almost. I probably went to bed around 10:30 or 11 last night. And then about 1:15, get a call from one of my buddies, hey, we're stuck. So I had to drive half an hour to go pull them out, and I was like, well, it's, you know, not far from the spot I've been wanting to hunt. I'm just gonna head that way and sleep in my truck when I get done there, I guess. So I've had a solid, at least a good solid 2 hours of sleep today, and I'm gonna try to take a quick nap in the truck before I go chase one of these turkeys. I think one of them might have got killed based off of Facebook, but I feel like I can still, as long as I get in there early enough, I feel like I'm just gonna full send dive off in there. I'm gonna get right where I know they roosted the most last year. Also, there was a day I went and deer hunted in here and saw 9 gobblers altogether. So I know there's still plenty of birds in this general area. Typically they change their patterns, they change their home ranges between winter and spring, but still a good chance that one of them's in here, a couple of them's in here. But I need to take a quick nap, and we'll start walking. Alright, we'll stop here and listen for a minute. I overslept in the truck just a hair. I wanted to be another 300 yards in here at least by an hour ago. That just didn't happen, so we'll sit here. See if we can hear one real quick. That was easy. I just heard one real quick. I'm afraid as soon as I crest this hill, I might spook him depending on where he's at. Now, the last time I heard him, he was straight down that way. And I would just really, really, really like to get an idea of where he's going. Just hear him 1 or 2 more times. I just want to hear him again. Preferably a few more times. There's a turkey up here. I've seen it come step out of the road twice. It can't figure me out. I can't tell if it's a jake or a hen. But I didn't have my gun. I was 30 yards from my truck the first time it stepped out, and then I got to my truck to grab my gun, and it stepped out again. And it just can't, it doesn't know what I am. I'm gonna get close at the call again. See if they won't step out. That was a hen. Looked a lot bigger from a distance, but hey, that was cool. Yep, don't think I'll be calling her in the rest of the season.